Let's start with the title, Stoner. It's the man's name, William Stoner, professor of English at the University of Missouri. But Williams knew what he was doing. The title is a provocation. It sounds like a judgment before you've opened the book, and that's exactly the point. Stoner is born on a dirt farm in 1891. His parents are silent, exhausted people who work the land without joy or complaint. He's sent to the state university to study agriculture, expected to return with knowledge that will make the farm yield more. Instead, he sits in a required English literature class, and something happens. A professor reads Shakespeare's 73rd sonnet. That time of year thou mayest in me behold. And Stoner realizes, for the first time, that language can do something to you. That words on a page, written centuries ago, can reach across time and change the shape of your mind. He never goes back to the farm. He becomes a scholar. The common reading of this novel is tragedy. Stoner marries the wrong woman, Edith, brittle and hostile, who turns their daughter against him. He falls in love once, truly, with a younger colleague, and the affair is destroyed by a vindictive department chair. His career is a series of small humiliations. He dies in his 60s, largely forgotten, holding a book he once wrote that no one read. And readers often close this book and say, "What a waste. What a sad, limited life." But I think that response is the trap Williams set. The title already has you expecting disappointment. The cover copy calls it a novel about failure. So you read it looking for the waste, and you find it. But read it again. Watch what actually happens. Stoner discovers literature. That's transcendence. He teaches students who, in a few cases, are genuinely moved by what he shows them. That's legacy. He loves Catherine Driscoll with complete honesty for 2 years, and that love is uncorrupted by the circumstances that end it. He finishes his book. He knows, in certain moments, exactly who he is. Williams isn't writing about a man who fails to live. He's writing about what a life actually contains when you stop measuring it against some imaginary better version. Stoner doesn't become famous. He doesn't escape his marriage. He doesn't get the chair position or the recognition. And yet, he reads. He thinks. He loves. He does work he believes matters, even when no one else notices. There's a moment near the end when Stoner is dying and he thinks about the question that has haunted him. What did you expect? The prose slows. Williams lets us sit with Stoner as he reviews his life, and what emerges isn't regret. It's a kind of wonder that any of it happened at all, that he got to be here, in this body, reading these books, knowing these people. The title is the provocation because it dares you to miss the point. To see a man named Stoner with his ordinary job and his disappointing marriage and think, nothing happened. But Williams is making the opposite argument. Everything happened. Love happened. Betrayal happened. Small moments of beauty and understanding happened. The question isn't whether Stoner's life was enough. The question is whether you'll recognize it when the same things happen to you. I think about that 73rd sonnet sometimes. The one that changed him. It's about autumn and aging and the slow approach of death. But the final couplet turns, "To love that well which thou must leave ere long." Shakespeare isn't mourning the loss. He's saying, the leaving is what makes the loving possible. Stoner understood that. Williams understood that. The question is whether we do.